Hey guys, welcome to the Obi Sports Talk Show. Here I'm Obi. Hey, how you all doing tonight? We're gonna, since it's fresh on my mind, we're just gonna dive right in and talk about the Ohio State versus Indiana game. First off, hats off to Indiana for putting up a heck of a fight today and not giving up. Tom Allen has really done a very good job with this Indiana team. Ohio State, however, wins 42-35. So Ohio State goes on to 4-0, and Indiana falls to 4-1 on the season. So looking at it, just looking straight up, Ohio State gave up way too many passing yards today. Let's just start right there. The secondary just got torn to shreds as Phoenix Jr. threw for 491 yards, 5 touchdowns, and 27 attempts, 27 to 51. That's about a 77.6 QBR rating. He threw an interception. He's a good quarterback. He really is. He gets rid of the ball quickly, and he's got some playmakers at wide receivers. Fogel had 7 catches, 218 yards, 3 TDs, and Ellis and Pyler had the other two, 4 for 86, and Filer 4 for 56. Marshall had a good game, 4 of 89 for Indiana's offense. Like I said, they threw the ball all over the place. They just ate their will, and a lot of times I think it was some quick passes, and our defensive backs were out of place. I don't know if it was the type of defense we were playing, whether we were just playing that zone or press coverage. Either way, you got to figure it out, because when you're going up against a good wide receiver core, your secondary needs to step up, and they looked awful today. They really did. Banks, Williams, and Proctor. Wade at times, again, just got beat a couple of times. And now maybe the one was offensive pass interference, and they call defense. You just hate to speculate about one way or another, but we have to get better at that secondary. That's something that Ryan Day and Kerry Combs need to work on. Go back to the drawing board and figure that out, because I'll give hats off to our linebackers, doing a very nice job. Cooper got a sack, but Cooper kind of only had 1 tackle today, and Warner had 8, and Browning had 8 as well. But as a really the defensive whole, they didn't get much pressure on Penix Jr. Now maybe that was just because he was getting rid of the ball so quickly. The receivers and stuff were getting open, stuff like that. But when it came to shutting down the running game, they shut down Indiana's running game. Indiana's running game only had negative 1 yards. So you look at that way, you say, okay, Ohio State did a good job shutting down the running game, making the team pass to beat you. And may not necessarily be the best thing, because our defense, like I said, it's secondary just got torn apart against a good Indiana football team. I don't want to take it, like I said, I want to take away anything from Indiana, but offensively they look like they're ready to go. Looking at the other side of the ball, for Ohio State, a really well balanced game. Justin Fields was 18 of 30. He had 80.4 QBR rating, 2 touchdowns. He threw 3 interceptions, and one was a misread. The other 2 were throwaways. He just threw him up there as he's getting ready to go down, or trying to get out, throw it away out of bounds, try to fit in tight window, and Olave almost bit a catch, but it got tipped and stuff like that. You can't make those throws. You have to throw those balls away. I get the good team. Not to say Indiana is not a good team. Ohio State's defense really, at the most part, really stepped up today. Despite getting beat up a little bit, secondary, especially for the second half, they were put in tough positions, and with the 3 takeaways, and Indiana feeds off turnovers this year, and they didn't have any points off turnovers. So, and you might have got lucky with the one where you threw an interception, and Ohio State got it right back, and they had the guy fumble the ball on the return. But those are 3 throws that I felt like that Fields should not have made. This was by far probably his worst game as a Buckeye. And so he's got to clean up a little bit. And that goes to the offensive line. The offensive line today did a terrible job against Indiana's defensive line. and linebackers, and they were sending blitzes and blitzes and blitzes, and we could not pick up the blitzes half the time, and forcing fields and stuff like that. And maybe we should have taken advantage a little more on the short passes, because when they really threw the short pass, when they were really going to the short passes, that's when Ohio State seemed like they had their better offense today. Play action was set up nicely for those big plays down the field, but maybe that's not where we need to be going. Maybe we just need to try to get the ball up on the middle like other teams do to us, because with all the speed we have a wide receiver, from Olave to Wilson to Jameson Williams, J. Smith-Nigwa, all those guys got speed. Fleming, who didn't get a whole lot of action today. But again, you had Garrett Wilson, 7 catches, 169 yards, 2 touchdowns. Chris Olave, 8 catches, 101 yards. And we could talk about the points that we left off the board today, whether it was mistakes throwing the football at times, the interceptions, the missed field goal, the 4th and 1 conversion where we tried to get cute. Now, maybe people say there was maybe a targety call in there, a roughing the passer. Either way, you have to make that throw and the guy's wide open. You got to give him the ball. And maybe not get so cute. A yard, pound it with, have Fields just go again at the middle. You could run that pistol formation with one running back at the back. If they could play action there and just Fields just takes it and goes right up center, then maybe that was a better call. Or you get the ball to Sermon. Because the running game today was, Master Teague was 26 of 169 yards, 2 touchdowns. And Fields ran it for 15 yards, 78 yards, 1 touchdown. Trey Sermon had 9 carries for 60 yards. So maybe you could have just pounded it a little bit and got the first down, and that makes the game a little bit more comfortable, if you will. But the bottom line is we need to get better protecting quarterback on run plays and on pass plays. And we felt like we kind of took a step back today on that with the offensive line. And, but I mean, hats off to Indiana. They played hard today. And I don't want to take anything with them. Tom Allen, like I said, is doing a great job with this team. And Indiana is going to be a force to reckon with for a while, I think. Because you got to see what Michigan and Penn State are kind of going backwards a little bit. And we'll see what Penn State may bounce back next year. And maybe this is a lost cause this year for them. But Michigan, we don't know about them, if they're going to be able to turn around without a hard ball and stuff like that. So Ohio State and Indiana are probably going to be your 2 powerhouse teams for the years to come, at least going forward, and at least going to next year, looking ahead. So hats off to Indiana, like I said. They played hard, and they gave it everything they had. But in the end, Ohio State prevails. So good job for them. And let's just switch gears a little bit here. Let's just talk about this. Ryan Day is a good coach. I don't want to say he's not, because he is. But when you're up 35, you go up 35-7. And you let them back in the game. You only score 14 points in the second half, and they score 14 in the third, 14 in the fourth. You can't let a team come back in that way. You have to continue to work the plays that have been working for you. Get on your offensive line. Get on your offensive line coaches to protect in situations where they're giving up. They got how many sacks today on Justin Fields? 5 sacks. 5. Light a fire in them, guys. Somebody has to. And Ryan Day, you need to not be afraid to blow a team out. Okay? This is college football. You're not going to skate by hanging on by a thread beating teams. Your favorite win by 21? Win by 21. Maybe win by 28, 24. 23. Put the gas on the pedal and go. When's the last time you heard Dabo Swinney, Nick Saban, or any other coach that pounds the football? Oklahoma, when they used to bury Baylor, how many times did you hear those coaches say, "Oh man, we should have scored last touchdown. I apologize for doing that"? No, you do not do that. You rev it up, you go, 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 and you force them to stop you. If you have a chance to beat Alabama, a team like Alabama or Clemson by 28, 21 points, you need to do it. You have a chance to beat a Rutgers or whoever you're playing. If you have a chance to beat that opponent by 3 or 4 scores, you do it. The bottom line is you want to score as many more points in the other team as you can. You cannot put yourself in positions where the teams keep it close. You had a chance today to bury a team after you went out with a 35-7 lead, and you let them crawl back in the game. Can't do that. Ryan Day may go down as the best winningest coach in Ohio State history when he's all said and done at Ohio State. But the bottom line is, he's only going to be a great coach if he finds ways to get his team motivated all throughout the game to put up as many points as they can. And he has not been able to do that. He needs to start doing that. Start being this guy, be like, oh, I'm sorry for doing that. I'm sorry for... No! After the game, if you want to say, hey, sorry about those couple late scores, but hey, it's football, man. No need to apologize. No need. That's bottom line. And going with that, the secondary needs to get better. The offensive line needs to get better. You have time throughout this Big Ten schedule to get it right, to fix it. You got Illinois, Michigan State coming up, your next 2 games. Fix it. Get it right. Light some fire underneath those people, underneath those guys. Because we can get this. We can do this. We can fix this. It's an easy fix. Whether it's just fixing change your defense of coverage with your schemes, whatever it is, get it fixed and get it right done. Get it done. Hey, what's your guys' thoughts on the game? Love to hear what you guys think about the outcome today. Were you disappointed? Were you just as happy as if thought it was a win? What's your thoughts? Love to hear your thoughts, comments anytime. Just leave your comments and thoughts, and let's just have a little discussion down in the comments below. Thank you for listening, as always, and hope you're enjoying the Yobi Sports Talk Show. And have a great one. Go Buckeyes. Until next time, we look forward to coming to you live again when we cover Illinois, talk about Illinois and about what they could bring to the table in the Illinois game coming up next week. Have a great one, guys. This is Obi out.